And off we go. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Jared and Marty Podcast, where the P is silent.
I
totally jumped on that one.
I was not ready.
I wasn't ready either, but I went for it. So
And now we're here.
We're here. Welcome to another podcast. I may be a little bit low energy right now because
Later than usual. We just finished up a big dinner with a big group of people. Shout outs to all of them. Danielle.
hashtag disappointing quiche.
Matt.
Hashtag dates Danielle.
Jacob.
Coworker.
Megan.
Dates that coworker.
Benjamin Chino.
Our favored son. Kaiser
Dakota.
Sean, is in his room. We can neither confirm nor deny his existence today.
And I'm drinking my podcast beverage.
The Voss.
Funny thing about that.
Artisanal water. Yeah, funny thing about that. So I had a neighbor of mine listening to the podcast, and she was a former teacher, and it's like, hey, Marty, the former teacher in me, just I can't let this go. So here you go. So she sent me a link of what is artisanal water. I'm going to read this. So
More than what Marty thought it was.
chemically and physically, artisanal groundwater is not different than other groundwater, but it comes to the surface differently.
Oh, we can confirm for Dakota.
Confirmed for Dakota. Yeah. Your mom is drinking Your mom is drinking water from a well that taps an aquifer that is confined in quotation marks here. This aquifer is a water-bearing rock that the pores and cracks between rock particles are filled with water that is surrounded by other rock or materials that does not allow the water to pass through. So the water in this aquifer is squeezed by the other rocks, creating pressure in the water-bearing aquifer. When an artisan aquifer is tapped by a well, the pressure pushes the water up the well, sometimes all the way to the surface, creating a flowing well. Imagine a very wet sponge contained in a closed plastic bag. Put a straw through that bag into that sponge. Hold the bag tightly around the straw and squeeze. That would be artisanal water squirting in your face. And as much as this is legit, it's squirting in my face of bullshit, and I still say burn it all down.
And I still drink it.
So, yeah. So that was the update on artisanal water.
Artisanal water.
I
Get ready for this sound.
we could remix
We could
it.
use that sound effect, yeah.
Yeah. Next time, we'll sample it. So, So, I guess let us get this party started.
Brass tacks. I designed a character. I can have Marty take a picture of him
Yep.
and
Click.
put him on the video.
Yep. Boom. There it is.
Yep, right
Picture.
there. See him with his face?
Yep.
Okay, good.
That guy.
Because I'm figuring that this next situation, like I said last time, will be Marty's book drawing. So I tried to design this character that he hasn't necessarily designed yet. To no avail. I like the character. He's fun.
he's cool.
But he's not.
He's not
Captain
Mortimer. He's not Mortimer.
But he's something.
Yeah.
I'll do something with him.
Yeah. One day you will.
And my loyal friend Ben, who is actually here at the moment, he's if he wants to make himself known, he can.
Okay.
He's just kind of sitting in here. He brought me back my tablet pen so I can start art. Well, hey. Well, I actually need an art program first, but then I can start art.
What is the origin of Wahey?
Wahey is so in Banjo-Kazooie, did you ever play?
Not really.
Okay, for those of you who have played Banjo-Kazooie, there's an ice level where you race I think he's a bear.
Okay.
I think he's a bear or...
You race a critter of
You
some
race
sort.
a bear or a walrus. I think it's a bear.
Okay.
And when he jumps, he says, "Wahey."
Wahey.
Yep. It's just evolved so much. Also, Beard Bros. Super Beard Bros.
Oh, they did a.
They played Banjo-Kazooie, and they said a lot in that. So,
Okay.
shout out to Super Beard Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that reminds me. Shout out to Pam, my neighbor who sent that wonderful article on the.
Pam, on my side. Pam. What?
Also, shout out to Robert if you're listening.
Robert.
Shout out.
Shout out to your car. Hopefully it starts.
Oh.
Funny story, but it's not the story for today.
Not the story for today. Okay. Anything else you've been doing?
I've been playing some King of Fighters. 14. That's exciting. I want to get on that fighting game train, but Street Fighter, it's so far into itself already that I feel I'll never be as good as I need to be.
Just montage that shit, man. Just montage.
Fighting games are hard, man.
Yeah, but I mean, put your mind to it, you can do it.
My fighting game sensei is Ben. But I got the season pass for Battleborn because a couple new characters out. Been playing Battleborn with Jacob. I know nobody else is playing Battleborn, but I am, and Jacob is, and it's fun.
Fair enough.
Monster Hunter HR 6 now.
Congrats.
Finally got that Duran Boros quest, so I can finally start grinding for that armor. That boy is a healthy boy.
Well, I mean,
Lots of health.
Duran Boros has always been a high HP monster, so you gotta break those humps and then shoot.
Gotta
those
get
humps.
them humps. And the fact that you can mount him now makes breaking the humps way easier.
Oh my
yeah, man.
God.
That's what I love about this game because you can mount monsters that they took out of 4.
Yep.
And it's so satisfying being able to mount a new monster and seeing different animations like the Lagiacrus and stuff. It's nice.
Nice. All right.
Marty, your turn.
Alrighty then. So much low energy. We gotta push through this. Gotta get through this.
Get some energy. Marty, get some energy.
Yeah, anyways, so, okay, well, the big exciting thing that happened between, midnight and 2 a.m. at Banning's the other day. It's our local 24-hour pie and food eatery.
Shout out to Bannings.
And I finished a story. Not just a story, but oh, well, that's gonna be one of those podcasts. I finished the story that I've been working on probably for most of the summer. In the awesome spiral the awesome journal Jared got me from Goodwill. So it hit the first draft. It's done. So so before my computer class today, I started typing up the first part, and I got that done, and just gonna eventually just get those typed up, and just slowly get that going, because I want to try to get it out there, and then this is the first step in a multimedia project that is going to. That Jared and I will be embarking on here, because he's going to do the art, as he's mentioned, and we've mentioned in previous podcasts that
I think we've talked about Mortimer's Journal on every podcast.
Good,
because it's been slowly getting there.
You see, and that's a part of the podcast is have a project. Hey, how's it going this week? Oh, blah blah blah. I'm going to try better. Blah blah blah. It's progress. So that's done. Before I picked Jared up from work, to go get some grub and such, I did some quickie concepts and wrote down some things and tried to sketch some things for references for Jared, so he can start coming up with some character sketches, because that's going to be pretty dang important. And yeah, so I'm I don't think I'm still all too happy with how it all ended, but I think it's better than nothing, and maybe although it will. English is real hard right now. Maybe I'll figure it out a little bit better once I go ahead, revise it, and start adding in some things, because since finishing it, I've started writing a backstory for Mortimer. I've got a backstory for another character. I've got stuff going on.
Every time we
So
talk about the the story, I'm always asking about these things specifically with Mortimer, and Marty's like, "Oh, I don't really have a backstory yet." I'm like, "Damn it, damn
oh
it!"
yeah, I mean, and normally I normally have like a ton of backstory, but for this, it's just like no. It's an action movie. There's no backstory. This is all.
Mortimer's a badass. He needs a
Yeah.
backstory.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So there is that. My computer classes. I'm loving it so
I
far.
saw your webby
It's
site.
yeah. I made a website thingamabob, and it looks all right. Color choices, well, I think it could have. Yeah. But there's only so much good decision making that can be done about web design at 3 a.m. in the morning. Not a whole lot of that actually. And so yeah, and now we're doing JavaScript, which is the language to make the website more interactive. So we'll be adding transitions and all sorts of stuff. So really, this is the beginning of it, because up until now we've programmed a little bit, but it's mainly just editing styles in a CSS file, or just writing the HTML and rearranging stuff. Like it hasn't been, oh, if var equals blah, and then you pass it through function blah to achieve blarg.
Oh yeah, Blarg is my favorite achievement.
So so yeah, it's the stepping stone to getting deeper into it. And every time I go to class, like I ride the bus, and I just kind of had this excitement as I'm heading to class. Like, oh man, I'm gonna learn something. I'm gonna try and put what I can into this, get out of it, because if all goes well, on January 2nd, I'll be starting those level 2 classes. And when I start those level 2 classes, well, let's just say I will be finally free from the mire.
He'll never be free.
One day. One day I will have my freedom. We're also almost out of skills for the longtime
Oh
listeners.
yeah,
The bag I bought for the inaugural podcast
they were eaten by the people playing D&D earlier.
has almost been obliterated, but they come, they go. They're Skittles.
Fret not, for there are Oreos.
Halloween Oreos, to be
Halloween
exact.
themed Oreos.
Because, when you work in retail, it's never too soon.
And our local diabetic friend has provided chocolate as well.
So we're on top of our game here tonight.
I have caffeine. I have artesian water. And we have a splitter.
Yeah, I got a headphone sweater. So Jared's got headphones on this time, and I've got headphones on this time.
Interesting.
Mine have yet to fall apart as they normally do, but we'll see what happens with that.
We'll wait. It'll happen.
But yeah, and so with now here's where I combine the two, the coding and the story, because I'm hoping to create some kind of website to put this story on and make it just look just gosh dang beautiful. And yeah,
You'd be like one of those. Like, do you ever read the original Nuzlocke comics?
no, I didn't.
Well, he had like a website dedicated to his comics and stuff. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like a website dedicated to that kind of stuff.
So that's gonna be kind of the start. And then I haven't really done too much musical stuff lately. Like,
Oh, me neither.
I mean, I had so for the website I had to make. I had to make it
singing
for it was a class project I had to do, and so it was rough because I got the specs for it Wednesday night, and then I closed Thursday night. I closed Friday. And I closed Saturday, and it was due noon on Saturday. So it was a lot of long nights, and then waking up late.
Can't wake up.
Or early, or oh goodness. Anyways, so yeah, and so yeah, it's a lot of exciting stuff ahead, I think.
Excitement.
And then this is what, Labor Day weekend.
I am off on Labor Day. What is the deal with that?
Oh no, I'm a cashier.
Oh shoot, I forgot.
But that's okay. That means I get to say my favorite phrase when I'm on the job.
You get some sick ass holiday pay though.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I get
no,
to say
you
my
don't.
favorite. I get to say my favorite praise. I am not in charge. Best five
pretty good.
words on the job.
Marty and I seem to be scheduled very sporadically in the newest upcoming places, so we will be less in charge.
Thank
goodness.
Oh, well done. Well done. So yeah. I guess it's I say it's time to move on to the next section. Because we've got our announcement stuff out of the way. We've done our shout out to Rudd. He's a corgi.
He is a corgi.
And he is right there by my foot.
How's he feel?
Well, by right there, I mean he's probably 2 inches away, 3. Oh, and now he's on bed. So, yep.
So I'm gonna disclose some information.
Okay.
Last time we recorded this podcast,
Oh, right.
I felt like it was the most comfortable podcast I've done.
Yep.
Like I felt better about it than I had any of them before.
Yeah.
It was fun, and we did this really neat thing. But this neat thing just disappeared, I guess.
Yeah.
Audio. We don't want to talk about what it was, but
Audio files, just,
So the reason that we were missing the middle segment, even though this last podcast was still longer than the normal ones, somehow we missed out. We missed a pretty fun thing we did.
Yep. But
I won't let it discourage me.
nope. You gotta keep on keeping on.
Keep on. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
well, we'll be back for
Yep.
the theme later.
yeah.
And until then, enjoy the charming sound of Rudd drinking water.
If you can hear that.
He stopped.
Oh no. Here we go. Oh,
No.
oh, he's walking away.
Okay, and drink.
All right,
enjoy the sound of
we're
me
stopping.
drinking. This is a Jared and Marty reenactment.
Based off of true events. So, the other day, I was going to my computer classes, as I do every Monday and Wednesday.
Going to school.
Because I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out. So, speaking of getting out, I happened to get out a little bit late because of a certain meeting that was going on.
He's Russian.
So, yeah, thank you. I'm Russian. I'm trying to get, to Barber and onto the bus. I get there, I hop on that bus, and it's going downtown. That's where I need to go. But then it takes a turn I'm not expecting. A left turn.
He got on the wrong bus.
So, luckily there's a stop nearby. I get off, and it's like, alright, I've got 1 hour to hoof it. So, I'm hoofing it. And I'm hoofing it because at 6 p.m., the security guard closes those doors.
What a douche.
I mean, he's just doing his job, but still.
Douchey job.
But this time around, I'll make it. I mean, not to say there's been a time I didn't make it, but yeah. So, I made it there, and I think I'm gonna celebrate with some Starbucks. Because at this point, I still had not had any caffeine.
He's feeling a little thirsty. A little
So-
weary.
So I go into Starbucks to get my grande white mocha. And there in the store, the last man I ever wanted to see again. You see, there's a man I know. His name is Bernard. And this man has one of the highest honors one can bestow upon a single person. That is being 86.
86th.
From your friendly local shopping establishment. And so I order my white mocha, and I'm hoping he doesn't see me as he is swigging away at his creamer or his thermos, whatever the hell he has.
Hey, you look like somebody I know.
No, you don't. No.
Marty from Fred Meyer.
God damn it.
How you been, buddy?
Oh, hey, Bernard. How are you?
Oh, I'm, just living the streets. Gone through about 16 bats since I last saw you.
What the hell do you do with all those bats, Bernard?
I've been defending myself and hitting people.
God. Do you have housing now, or are you...
I'm working on it. I got something going on. I got some people here and there, and... Hey, Starbucks lady. Yeah? This is my friend Marty.
So, this goes on for far too long as I'm waiting for my drink. And thank goodness, the smell of coffee is just overpowering his moldy stench.
Hobo stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Hobo
Oh, that's
stuff.
not even... no. And so, thank goodness, the barista calls out.
White mocha for Marty!
And I grab it, and I get the fuck out of there. Because, look, I can only deal with so many things. And, Bernard, never again, man. Never again. Look, you're done. You're out. I don't... No
You'll
more.
see you soon.
God damn it, Bernard. God damn it. That works.
This has been a Jared and Marty reenactment.
Based on true events. Stick or fuck. And welcome back, everybody. Jared, start that timer, otherwise we're going to have another issue of timing like we did last week. There we go. So, I hope you all enjoyed that little thing there.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was...
I hope it works out.
let's just say it is a tribute to what we did last week.
Today's topic.
We're going to the movies! Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat.
Okay,
Gotta be ready.
big spoiler warning here.
Oh wait, are we going right for this right now?
No, this is just for our general film stuffs.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about a lot of our favorite films here, and there is definitely potential spoilers. So, we're not really going to be talking... I can't say any of my favorite films right now, other than what's going to happen later. Is going to be any of my favorite films that are really recent. So, nothing really that recent to worry about spoilering. And if it is, we'll bring it up. Marty, my favorite movie is Big Fish.
Big Fish.
By Tim Burton. Starring Ewan McGregor and other people.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
I can't say that I have.
It is fantastic. Best Tim Burton movie. So different than normal Tim Burton movies, too.
You mean sans Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no Johnny Depp, no Helena. Oh, actually, I think she's in it. Yeah, she's in it, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Ben's seen Big Fish. He knows it's good. He can't really hear us. It's about a guy who grows up in this... Okay, so it's kind of like... It's about a guy telling stories. It's about stories of his younger self, and he's like... So he was born in this small town, and he was a big fish. He was too big for this small town.
Okay.
And he accomplished all these big things and went on all these wacky adventures. And it's the story of how him in the future, old man him, lying on his deathbed, tells the story to his son.
Okay.
And how he over-exaggerates these things. and this is a spoiler here. At I won't spoil it exactly because you haven't seen it either. But at the end, you get to see like that a lot of these stories he told were not necessarily exaggerated. But some of them were like they were. Fine lines, and it's just it's a fantastic movie. I actually watched it a long time ago because my brother and I we were visiting my dad in California. We were left home alone. They were like, "Here, have a couple blockbuster movies." Big Fish, and then Angel Sanctuary, a very incestuous anime. Which we watched second. But yeah, and I've had fond memories of that movie ever since.
Fair enough.
Do you have a favorite film, Marty?
Oh God, like I mean, there are so many movies that I typically rewatch. Like I have, like oh man, there's so much stuff. I guess for me one of my favorites that I've watched time and time again. Well, okay. Here we go. So I can define this by there's only so I've got two movies that after watching them the first time, like I watched them again. Like cuz I had the DVD or the Blu-ray and whatnot. And so yeah, and those two movies were Blades of Glory and Hot Fuzz. Like Blades of Glory, I remember renting that from my residence hall DVD library, and I watched that. I finished just like it is fucking 1 a.m, but I'm gonna watch that again because that was brilliant.
What's his name? John Heater, right? Napoleon Dynamite.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I love him.
Yeah. Anyway, so that movie, and I quote, was captivating like a stack of classic Euro porn. And then the movie I would place above that is Hot Fuzz, which
fantastic.
It is a goddamn comedic masterpiece. Like, yeah, it's a slow burner, but I watched it once, and then I immediately watched it again, and I put on that director's commentary, and it was just like, holy shit. And then there was an article on Kotaku just going all about how like deliberately paced everything is, like, and just the goose at the end, and just all of these little nods and things, and it's just
You've seen Shaun of the Dead, right?
I have seen Shaun of the Dead, although truth be told, not a favorite of mine.
I love Shaun of the Dead.
I don't care for zombies.
Okay.
I don't.
On the topic of Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, though, one of my other favorite movies is Scott Pilgrim.
Shit, Paul.
Oh, I've never actually seen Paul.
What? Dude, I got that shit on Blu-ray. Like, dude, Paul, that is another one that I have watched multiple times because, oh man, that one is just fucking on point. Like,
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim was, I think, directed by the same guy who directed Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. But Scott Pilgrim, have you seen that?
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
that was brilliant. So you're talking about you watch those movies just over and over. Like when I back when I lived with my parents and stuff, all I had in my room was a TV/VHS. And so I would watch Wayne's World, Wayne's World 2, and Bowfinger. You ever seen Bowfinger?
I have no idea what that is.
It's a Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy comedy. Okay. It's a nonsense. It was funny from what I remember, but yeah, I could probably quote Wayne's World 100% because falling asleep to it so many times.
Yeah. yeah, those are kind of my favorite movies. Like, I also have some other movies that I really do like that are a little outside of my wheelhouse. There was this kind of romance thriller called The Illusionist, which came out my freshman year of college. I didn't actually go see it. I actually saw it, I think, because my mother bought it from Costco, and I watched that, and that was a cool like mystery romance thriller thing about this magician.
Magician.
Magician. Oh shit. About this music. God, magician. There we go. So it's about this magician who's young and he learns all these magic tricks. Oh, good. This is hard to announce. All these magic tricks, and then he meets this girl, and they fall in love, and then they get separated because the girl, is royal, and he's just a street peasant. And then it's a love story. It's a murder mystery. It's a mystery. It was a good movie.
Ben and I took a lot of film class. We took a couple film classes together. We watched a lot of like really good movies, like American Beauty. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, that is unnecessary. That movie's fantastic. What's your favorite movie, Ben?
Favorite movie? I think it ends up being a toss-up between Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Seen that?
No.
Oh, Marty, that
Marty,
movie.
Oh, I am terrible at seeing like the critically acclaimed stuff.
You see, yeah, this is. I'm like a film guy. With you're the music guy. I am like.
Yeah.
So this
is yours.
The other one ends up being a Miyazaki movie, Princess Mononoke.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we've seen that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
These
But
people are
not
still disappointed that I
Spirited
haven't
Away.
seen Spirited Away.
But not Spirited Away. One day.
There Will Be Blood. Seen that?
I think I've heard of it.
It's that movie is astounding. Like that's a movie I didn't think I would be super into because it's like about like oil and like oil companies and stuff but it is so damn good. So damn big.
Oh, but speaking of so damn good, let us talk about the mutual experience the experience that we went through a long, long time ago. Wolf Cop.
And the headphones go back on.
Yeah,
Thank you for participating, Ben.
We
If
run
need
away.
if we need you, we'll call you back.
All right.
we're about to talk about some Wolf Cop.
So, I think I kind of introduced Marty to Wolf Job, the meme. Did I?
You kind of because at that time, like before I met you, I never really watched any Game Grumps or anything like that. And
Shout out to the Game Grumps.
shout out to Game Grumps, Wolf Job.
You guys make us smile.
Anyways, yeah.
Wolf Job became kind of a meme in my life. And like I don't know what happened, but Marty randomly
I
yeah.
was browsing my Netflix on the instant stream, and there was a movie titled Wolf Cop.
How many stars was it rated, Marty? I think it was rated 1.
If even that.
Yeah. I don't think you can rate it less than 1.
No, I don't think you can.
This movie, Wolf Cop, it starts off with a man
Getting
waking up drunken in a
in a police car.
no, he wakes up next to the girl.
Oh.
Boobs in the first, and drawn boobs and photos of boobs, like in the first like 6 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
He wakes up drunken, drinks some booze, gets in his cop car, and drives to work. Some stuff happens.
Some supernatural stuff.
He ends up becoming a werewolf, but like a sentient werewolf who like can control himself. And it's a quality film.
And I think probably the most innovative thing they had going is the disgusting wolf transformation sequence.
Oh yeah.
Because out of all the things, like normally when you see werewolf transformations in cinema, like it's mainly the hair growing on the skin and whatnot. But no, this one, they actually like the skin falls off and the werewolf is underneath.
He shed his skin to become. In fact, there's a bathroom scene where like it's kind of showing a transformation, and you're seeing blood like splatter on the walls. And like I feel like the transformation happens, and then like a regular person walks in there at one point. Because this movie's aware of itself. It's like kind of a comedy, I guess. I mean, especially with the situation where he's like,
"You're a wolf."
I'm a cop.
Yeah, you can't go out there. You're a wolf. Cop.
And
then the montage where he welds together a fucking wolfmobile.
Oh my gosh, the wolfmobile is fantastic. And he rips somebody's face off and throws it against the windshield, and his partner's like trying to windshield wiper the skin off.
And it goes through the eye hole, and it is just so horrible. And then
Can I talk about my favorite part in the movie, Marty?
Is this where we're is it
extremely uncomfortably long, lengthy Wolfman on human female sex scene that lasts like way too long.
Oh my goodness.
It is so uncomfortable.
At the time, Jared and I were watching this where Dakota and a few other people were over. Shout out to
Adam and
Jerry. And so they were over playing Final Fantasy Explorers, I think. And
probably.
And during this scene, I just start cackling because like I am just losing my shit at how ridiculous it is. And they're like, what the hell is going on in there? It's like,
we don't want to talk about it.
Just yeah.
Wolf
Cop.
Yeah, Wolf Cop. Watch it. 10 out of 10 barfs would recommend.
Supplement with 2 shots of tequila.
Shout out to Wolf Cop.
Wolf Cop 2 is coming.
Oh
one
yeah,
day.
yeah.
And
they mentioned it at the end of the
we looked
credits,
and it made it.
It was on Indiegogo, right?
Yeah, it reached 111% of its funding goal.
Yeah, I'm not funding it.
So we'll see. We'll see when we do the follow up Wolf Cop 2 Electric Boogaloo, and
we'll just have the podcast on while we're watching it, guys.
Oh goodness!
Some like
React podcast, the React cast.
But
oh goodness!
Yeah, I don't know.
I will say I was No, that's not actually the worst movie I've ever seen.
What's that?
The worst movie I've
Citizen Kane is the worst movie I've ever seen.
The worst movie not the worst, but like a bad movie that I just couldn't stomach it. I believe was by the guys who do those parody movies, like Disaster Movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tried. I think it was Epic Movie. I started watching it.
I like superhero movie with Drake Bell.
And yeah, I did. I maybe watched 5 minutes and just said nope. So yeah.
Ben, can you hear me?
Oh, he can hear you now.
So we used to just watch some bad movies sometimes. Can you think of any pretty terrible ones we watched? Well, while you're thinking, there was one we got on. There's one on Netflix called The Dino King.
Oh, you took the one I was gonna mention.
Oh, what?
So this is like a shot by shot, scene by scene remake of The Lion King in a CG dinosaur setting.
What?
Like this is only like slight exaggeration here. There was maybe a few odd scenes that deviated from.
Yeah, like a dinosaur trying to eat other. No, even that's like the movie.
Well, wasn't there like this really like bummer ending of like the dinosaur trying to like defend his wife and kids, his quote unquote wife and kids from like this onslaught of whatever the hell like grunt dinosaurs.
Stampeding dinosaurs.
There was a stampede with the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
There was literally.
And I'm pretty sure like the dinosaur's dad like fell off a cliff.
Yeah,
too.
big dinosaur threw the other dinosaur off a cliff.
Oh my god.
I would like to point out my left earphone had indeed fallen off.
There it is.
There it is. We did
It's
it.
not a real podcast episode if that doesn't happen.
Nope, we're clicking it back on.
We used to watch a lot of really bad horror movies.
We did.
We used to go on demand, go to that like
And we
Fear
went
Net.
we went on Netflix too.
we did go on Netflix into later days.
Oh yeah, okay.
We watched all the Paranormal Activity movies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
We like spooks. We watched what was that? It was it was a sequel to the first one. You said the first one was Hostel 2.
Hostel.
Oh,
Hostel 2 was a disaster.
Yeah. They called it a horror movie, but they should have called it a body horror horror movie.
It was nonsense.
yeah.
Oh goodness.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't
gross.
watch it. It is uncomfortable as well. We I don't know, man. Like I've seen so many bad movies and so
Yeah.
many good movies.
Yeah.
Zootopia is a recent one that's really good. I recommend.
Yeah.
Marty and we saw Deadpool together. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it at this point. Watch it.
Goddamn masterpiece.
It's fantastic.
Reinventing the superhero, your standard superhero.
Should have worn your brown pants today.
Only if you eat Taco Bell.
Dude, whenever I think about Taco Bell, I'm wearing my brown pants. These Hershey's drops are not making me comfortable either.
Oh man. Yeah. Hershey's.
Let's see. Any last words with films? I think my favorite Miyazaki movie might be Ponyo.
Ponyo.
I love Ponyo. And I love my favorite character is Ponyo's dad.
Uh-huh.
I always wanted to cosplay him.
Can't say that I've seen Ponyo.
You haven't seen Ponyo?
No.
Oh man.
I mean, it's
We're gonna have to swap Miyazaki films, man, because I think I still have this guy's copy of Ponyo. And that movie's fantastic.
yeah. I mean, I don't doubt that.
Have you seen Secret World of Arietti?
No, I haven't. I mean, I have it, but I don't have any desire to. Truth be told,
Why?
because I don't know. It doesn't like. There's some of Miyazaki's movies that really I find interesting that I really want to watch, and then there's others that
Ponyo one of the ones that you're not interested in?
Ponyo, yeah, Ponyo. What was it? The Wind Rises.
I haven't.
That one.
That's the more recent one, right?
Yeah, that was one of his last ones he kind of did. You know, there's that, The Secret Life of Arietti, Kiki's Delivery Service.
I gotta recommend Ponyo, man. It's like a kid's movie, but it's so cute.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, my favorite is probably Howl's Moving Castle.
I love Howl's Moving Castle.
That is great.
Yeah, it's super good.
So, yeah. What are we on time?
Oh, well, we're about to cut it on this part. We do have another segment coming up here.
Yep.
And we'll be right back with that.
Wolf cow. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the next segment, the final segment.
This is something different. Marty and I both saw a movie recently.
We both saw Kubo and the Two Strings this last Sunday.
We want to talk about it, but we're separating it from the rest because it's so new, and I'm sure some of you will want to see it. So we're calling this spoilers right now for Kubo.
If you don't want Kubo spoiled, please tune in next week. Thanks for listening. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, it was good seeing you and stuff.
If you don't care, listen on, but you should care because it's a goddamn beautiful movie.
It is a masterpiece.
But yeah, spoiler warning. Spoiler warning
for Kubo and the Two Strings. All right,
and here we go.
Marty. 10 out of 10. Or 10 out of 10, what do you give it?
You already said it.
Answer it for you?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for
I
Kubo.
give it 8.5.
Because, I don't know. For me, it's 10 out of 10 because, for one, animation,
Animation,
beautiful.
10 out of 10.
Like, it is...
Sound?
It is great.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, so the visual design is fantastic. Like, I love the stop motion animation with the puppets. It's always fantastic to see.
Super
And
duper good.
I think Kubo takes it to a whole new level, especially with Kubo, like, himself manipulating, like, origami puppets for his storytelling. Like,
One cool thing is it's made in Oregon, the film,
so I heard.
and the skeleton animatronic they use 9 foot tall.
9 foot.
Yeah, it took them days to get 30 seconds of film with that
Yep.
thing because it's so
Yep.
huge. I remember at the end of the film in the credit segment they show a little bit of the animation on that.
Yep.
So I give this film an 8.5 ish. The 1.5 comes from maybe 9, but the one it's just I feel like the ending just happened, like from when he got the armor to when it was done and they were talking to Old Man.
Yeah.
That I feel like that just happened, and I was like, "This is very cool. It's touching." Marty, were you tearing up in that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, no, I somewhere along the line, I lost my ability to detach myself from most media. Like, if I get invested, I am in there. So
Shout out to Marty's tears.
like, yeah,
salt is real.
I would no, that's not angry salt though.
Yeah, that's just salty salt.
that is that. Yeah, no, like, I don't know what it is, why I tear up when I do watching movies. It always makes me a little nervous to watch movies with people because I don't know if there's gonna be a scene where I just can't keep it in check. So
The first movie that made me cry was the Tigger movie. I felt embarrassed.
fair
But
enough. Anyways, so
Yeah.
so I don't know. I can understand the criticism of like the end just kind of happened because, truth be told, it kind of did. Like, I was expecting the final thing not to. I was expecting the final confrontation not to be in the graveyard where they honored their ancestors' spirits, but to have some magical thing where he gets whisked away to like the Moon Palace.
That'd be cool.
Like, that's what I was expecting to see. That, at some point that he would face his grandfather, on the moon.
I think I just wanted more Samurai Kubo.
Yeah,
I mean, because like my favorite, I loved Beetle. He was phenomenal. Like
he was great.
he was the comic relief, but you could tell that he had emotions and he was awesome. And honestly, like when you found out who he was, that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
It was only until, like I told you, when he said, "I haven't eaten between two people ever," is when that's when I was like, "Oh, maybe."
Yeah. That man, the Beetle being his dad, was a cool twist. Spoiler warning: if you didn't listen, I'm sorry, but
We said it 7 times.
So, anyways, yeah, and then I can also see the ending being a bit weird too, where we it's set because the whole story is like, okay, well, Kubo, you need to get the armor to protect yourself from your grandfather. Like, you need to get the sword unbreakable. You need to get the helmet of invulnerability, and then the armor of
It's like the breastplate of
it's
something or other.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's gearing up to this whole thing, and it ends with a non-violent confrontation.
Yeah, and I mean that's okay. I just he works so hard to get the armor and sword unbreakable. It just seems like could have gotten a better payoff out of it.
Well, I mean,
But the fight scenes that were in it were super fun.
well, I think perhaps the reason why we didn't get as much mileage out of that sword and the armor and the helmet is because at the end of the movie he uses the three most powerful things he has, his strings on his shamisen, and each string so during the movie there's a part where near the beginning that kind of kickstarts the actual plot is when his mother is killed by his aunts, and as his mother, has Kubo flown away through the magic in his father's robes. He grabs a thing of her hair, and then in the next scene, that the monkey is saying, "Hey, you should keep that because it's a memory, and memory is the most powerful thing, form of magic." And so, like, where I'm going with this is that, the like, essentially, I'm gonna pitch it as like an inner strength kind of thing. Is where I'm going with this kind of with the themes. So I think maybe that's one reason that they didn't really do a super beat down kind of thing.
I did like immediately when he got that hair from her. I was like, string.
Yeah.
Where are the other two come into play? Where's the other one come into play?
Yeah, I did not have that realization.
The other one was the dad's bowstring, right?
Yep. Although it's funny because to talk about another movie that came out, I think, a couple years ago now, The Book of Life.
I've seen it.
It is it's another animated. It's another animated kids movie. I have a thing for kids movies. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and I mean, like you say, animated kids movie. Kubo's not necessarily a kids movie. This is like an all ages movie.
Yeah. Anyways, so The Book of Life follows the story of
Spoilers.
All right, spoilers for Book of Life. You've been warned, and we're moving on. So for The Book of Life, it follows the story of Manolo, who his father wants him to become a bullfighter, and he does not want to kill a bull. He wants to become a musician. And so there's this whole thing where the bulk of the movie is him just, well, there's some other things too, but the big thing is he makes a bet with kind of the devil character in the story, saying that, if you defeat every bull your family has slain.
Is the Book of Life like a Spanish setting?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's another reason why it's great. Anyways, so they make a deal. You defeat every bull your family's ever defeated, and then I'll bring you back to life. And so they start the bullfight sequence, and it comes down to, to the thing where all the bulls form into this giant bull, and his father is now just died, so he's in the underworld now. And he's like, and there's this, father-son thing going on. And Manolo puts down his swords and picks up his guitar and starts singing, and that is what defeats the beast, right? Okay, so unlike Kubo,
Spoilers.
where they have the fight and it ends non-confrontational, where Kubo uses music to strip the powers of grandfather and his immortality away. Unlike that, the Book of Life ends with just a good old-fashioned balls to the wall beatdown. So it's kind of funny how that is. But anyways. So yeah,
Kubo would recommend.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Like, it does a lot of good things animation wise. Like
The animation is just like, it's amazing, and it's so they put so much work into this, and it, like the fur on Monkey and just like the water, and the paper seemed like it was animated as paper too, and it really good. Like it's almost like they had the claymation and then they had papermation.
Yeah,
it was just really good.
It is an amazing movie. I would highly recommend you go to a theater and just see it, because it is a visual feast for your eyeballs.
Yeah. So that ends that. And if you're listening to this part, this is our end of the podcast.
Yeah, so as always, thank you for listening, everybody. Tune in next week where Jared and I will ramble about something more. Shout out some people.
More.
Who knows what we're going to ramble about next week? I certainly don't.
We'll see.
And yeah.
But yeah, next time on the Jared and Marty podcast,
where the P is silent. And I need to go to bed.
Marty's a sleepy boy. Ben and I are going to go do games.
Good night, everybody.
Later, buddies.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.